We have over 1,500 lasers at the laboratory, and previously they were all stored on Microsoft Word, just sheets of paper.
I was tasked with building a database for our laser inventory.
And so previously when we would enter in stuff into the database, you'd add a new laser, you'd have to just go back to the Microsoft Word document and add on, and there was chances you could make errors.
And whether or not the information that I had was correct really was the big thing, making sure that I put it in the database and they didn't have to come back through and make a whole bunch of changes and updates, and I wanted to kind of deliver a finished product.
The hardest part was entering all the data. It just took many, many hours to get all these in, and now that they're in there, you never have to do it again.
We're talking here about our COVID-19 vaccinations that we've been delivering on site since March 29th of 2021. I refer to it as a moonshot because it is the largest project the Health Services Department and has supported the lab in recent memory. So we had an overall team of 50 plus that were included in the Director's Office Institutional Excellence Award that delivered over 4,800 doses on site to date. We're not done vaccinating employees for seasonal flu, for COVID-19 doses, first, second, booster, and whatever comes in the future. But the one thing we do know from this is we're ready for what comes next.
This was for security enhancements across the laboratory that encompassed multiple projects. Some of those projects are the CrowdStrike initiative, which was a migration from our antiquated antivirus Symantec, which some of you may know and love, to a new cloud-based platform called CrowdStrike. In the past, cloud has been something that has been difficult for federal entities and contractors like us to adopt. But as things have continued to mature and as federal standards have emerged, we've been able to overcome some of these hurdles that have stopped us from leveraging cloud services previously. There's always a notion of gratitude, right? A thank you to all the people at the laboratory who have been supportive as we continue to modernize our security stack.
We won this award for the implementation of the new mobile device rules. The new mobile device rules required us to create separation between device systems that could be a computer, iPad, cell phone, and classified systems. There was a core team, there was an oversight committee team, and then there were sub-teams that all participated. Plus, there were facility managers, TSCM coordinators, DSOs that all needed to provide input, participate in walkthroughs, all had important roles in getting this implemented in a manner unlike anywhere else in the complex, so that we could utilize the technology, we could continue to utilize the technology in a manner that we had grown accustomed to.
This project established a new air quality monitoring program here at the laboratory that allows decision makers to make decisions during poor air quality episodes during wildfires. There were 16 members on this team, and they ranged from line management, who provided the vision, the direction, and the resources, to the air quality subject matter experts. There were also computer, software, and network support folks, and then also the cybersecurity folks were extremely helpful. So with this new air quality program, laboratory management now has high quality, reliable, real-time monitoring data available for them to make their decisions.
couple of years ago, as we completed the culture study, we recognized that there was an opportunity for us to improve the onboarding experience for new hires, an opportunity for them to engage differently, for them to have to build their network, to really sort of become insiders more quickly. Some of the challenges we faced were how to get data from one system to the next. So because you're talking about a period of time before they're actually in our systems, if you will. We know them through the recruiting system, but we haven't given them access to be a part of our network as of yet, because they're not employees yet. Having that information readily available up front in a way that was easy to navigate really does help them prepare to be, to spend their time when they get here really learning how to be a new employee at the lab.
The Field Intelligence Element Operations Team is a diverse and dedicated set of professionals representing the cybersecurity discipline, information technology, business processes, and special security. Our personnel facilitated numerous meetings, video teleconferences, and general support to some real-world missions that obviously could not cease despite the fact that there was a pandemic. Other agencies had equipment that was essential for the community. Some of that equipment was not functioning. Our staff were able to provide some out-of-the-box solutions and guidance for some of those other agencies to ensure that we had capability up and running for these critical missions.
I am so incredibly proud of the Health Services Department, our support staff in site computing and environment safety and health, and our partners in global security for what we've done to date with on-site COVID-19 testing.
This was a really great project to be a part of because it really took the whole lab to tackle this challenge. Because not only did we just set up a testing lab, we had to set up the end-to-end process of how workers kind of go through the COVID hotline to request a test or kind of qualify for a test, and then health services obviously would do the interface. But then all behind the scenes, there's IT issues, there's waivers to do tests and all those types of things that we had to kind of come together to make sure the process.
We don't know what the future is going to look like. We do know it's going to be challenging, and I know this team and this lab is up to that challenge.
Sawa satellite accumulation area and waste accumulation area. For a long time, waste has been managed literally by hand by all of the folks we call generators and RHWM, Radiological Hazardous Waste Management Team, that moves the waste out of storage areas and offsite. It's important to the laboratory because if we get outside of the regulatory requirements, we can get significant fines from the environmental protection folks. This closes a gap in visibility. It actually completes from start to finish the life cycle of waste management, from the first drop of waste that goes into a waste container all the way to the time that it's treated or managed offsite or buried somewhere. It completes the life cycle start to finish. It helps to have a good team. The team is really the heart of everything.
The award was specifically for the shipments off-site. We had 18 shipments that we accomplished in late September and October of 2020. And the 18 shipments, like I said, resulted in the disposal of 637 containers of transuranic waste. We're broken up into multiple groups. And the waste generator services team that is out in the field, they were supportive. They were bringing waste in. The storage and disposal team, they were there to assemble the payloads. Everybody would pull together and The job went really smoothly. It was a huge accomplishment. It reduced our inventory by about 65%, 66%. So it allows us to continue to support the other people that are doing the research.